What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So in this video I've got 10 fragrances that are just perfect for the springtime that can really elevate your wardrobe, whether it's casual, semi-formal, workwear, evening wear, different price points. Got a little something for everyone in this video, from affordable stuff all the way to some pricier luxury niche, but all, like I said before, great for the springtime. So I want to talk to you about them. Stay tuned. Starting with a recent pickup from the brand Guerlain, well beloved, and a lot of their fragrances you can get for a great price, such as Aqua Allegoria Orange Soleia. I wore this several evenings in a row. This is a great daytime fresh blood orange fragrance with loads of peppermint to really freshen and brighten this up. You get zest from the blood orange, as most blood orange notes come across, but super fresh. Even comes across a little bit like I could have swore there was neroli the first time I smelled this. Not the case from note breakdowns I've seen, but it has this almost white floral-like freshness to go with this minty green tone and beautiful citrus. There's not too much going on with the tonka bean, though it does provide a super light powdery tone with some sweetness. It's a beautiful fragrance, great for the springtime. It's fresh, but has a little bit of depth and character to make it more interesting than just some random, boring, orange-based citrus fragrance. There's more to enjoy about this than you may think. Casual up to semi-formal, daytime wear mostly. I think it's a phenomenal fragrance worth checking out. It's Guerlain's Aqua Allegoria Orange Soleia. Next, we're talking about one from Afnan that's very fresh, spicy, a little woodsy. It's even aquatic, powdery, and a bit green. Like, there's a lot of facets to this fragrance. It continues to impress me and surprise me every time I smell it. It is Afnan Highness VI, also known as His Highness Blue. Heavy bottle. Don't drop this on you barefoot. You're going to break some bones. Great atomizer. Does a wide mist with a great profile. It's interesting to see it come across as fresh, spicy green, aquatic, and powdery. Like, typically you don't get all of that together. It kind of a dichotomous blend that really works for a casual to semi-formal setting. Definitely a great daily wear option with really good performance. This one's around $60 online. The quality here is actually pretty good. I don't find it to be all that synthetic. Afnan seems to use decent quality perfume oils when they make their fragrances. This is a blue fragrance lover's dream, in my opinion. Has remnants of kind of like Ferragamo's Aqua Sensuale Blue, but honestly, it's a little bit deeper and more complex than a fragrance like that, which that's one of my all-time favorites when it comes to affordable blues. But this is something that's not your average blue that's great for the springtime. It's Afnan Highness VI, also known as Afnan Highness Blue. Brand new release that I just got in that I was super impressed by. It is the newest flanker in the Hermes H24 line. This is Vives, and this screams springtime daily wear, no matter the situation. So this green note that it has, herbs is what it's technically classified in the note breakdown. This comes across to me as the stem of a flower. Picture roses, calla lilies, name that flower. The green rose stem, that fresh cut smell, fresh out the water out of a vase, that kind of green stalk kind of smell. That's what I get from this, and it's very straightforward, super fresh. Has that metallic tone from the H24 DNA. This is phenomenal for the spring. I'm so glad that I picked this up. This line continues to impress me, though it's a synthetic scent profile. It doesn't smell natural, is what I mean when I say that. It doesn't smell like a chemical mess, but it smells unnatural. And I love that Hermes went this route with this DNA and with this line, and it continues to get better and better, because if I'm being straightforward here, I think it's the best smelling of the three. Is it the best performing? I don't know, a little too soon to tell. I just got it. Literally just did my first impressions earlier this evening on a live stream, but I was so impressed by it, and when this topic came up to do a video, I had to have this featured. Get out and try this one. Phenomenal green for the springtime. It's H24 Vives. Now, this is a great performer that's a daily wear fragrance that has all the minty green freshness that I personally enjoy in the springtime, with loads of citruses, fruits. It's a bit aquatic. This is from Montale. This is called Herbal Aquatica. This kind of smells like Herbal from Xerjoff with a heavy dose of mint, a mentholic feel, but still very watery at the same time. Herbal Aquatica, very fitting. It's herbal green, fresh, minty, very aquatic, but super fruity at the same time. Gotta be mindful of these sprays, though. It's a Montale fragrance. It's got some great performance. This is a great daily wear. Definitely more on the casual side. You can definitely get away with wearing this one to work for sure. Not the most semi-formal or, date night type of scent profile, but if you like it, you like it. But daytime, casual, workwear, stuff like that, I think this is a great option for someone that maybe wants a little more out of the Herbal Pura scent profile, because it literally smells like that, plus enhanced watery notes and mint. Loads of mint. I'm here for the minty fragrances because it's a great option for the springtime. That's Herbal Aquatica from Montale. Okay, at the recording of this, I got this fragrance in this morning. I did a first impressions unboxing immediately. Had it on my hand while I was at the gym. Fell in love with it. Got home, wore it as my scent of the day. So impressed. We've got more fragrances to come out this year, but for me, right now, my favorite niche release so far is Micallef's DesirToxic L'Intense that just came out. Man, is this so good. I just mentioned about how I'm here for all the mint. This is all the mint. It literally smells like the original, that black currant cannabis, smoky, incensey green type of fragrance. But here you get an enhanced cinnamon note that, believe it or not, comes across very fresh and spicy instead of warm and spicy because there's mint from start to finish, guys. I had this on all throughout the day at different stages. I got mint leaf the whole time. It's called L'Intense or L'Intense, however you'd like to pronounce it, because it is a French brand. The intensity here is it's a much louder fragrance than the original, but at the same time it's a much fresher fragrance than the original because of all of that mint. So if you like that, if you love a good mint note, and this is a great mint note in my opinion, this is the one you need to check out this year. Loads of black currant, cinnamon. The citruses are kind of a cherry on top with the mint in the opening, a little on the woody side, but there's no incense listed, but this cannabis note, it's the same as with the original DesirToxic. It has this smoky green nuance to it that I'm just here for. It's still just as alluring and intoxicating as the original, just on a heightened intensity in the opening, just a stronger, louder fragrance, but so much fresher due to that mint. This is, I think it's a great springtime day wear, because I mean, that's what the hell I wore it today, as well as a great evening scent at its core. It's DesirToxic L'Intense from Micallef. Next is a woody green aromatic released in 2023. You can get this one for around $70-ish from discounters online. Quite the great green offering. This is Chopard's Cedar Malaki. Now, this is a little bit denser than most warm days would call for, but I think easy on the sprays. You can totally get away with this on the hottest of spring days. This has a nice smoky, incensey nuance with loads of cedar, cypress greens, there's a bit of citrus, but very bright and aromatic. Aromatic heavy. Woody aromatic is basically how you could classify it, and very green. Man, this is masculine. This is a bit resinous. This is a little on the balsamic side of things. Performance here is well above average. Not a cloying beast, but far from average or weak. I think you can get away with this one work, semi-casual into evening and formal wear. Not the most casual, laid-back of fragrances. You can totally pull this off with a t-shirt. I do it all the time. It's all about a confidence is key kind of thing, but situationally, it does dress up better than it dresses down. So definitely one worth checking out. It's a little different. It's a little different. Doesn't remind me of all the other green woody aromatics out there. It's a beautiful fragrance worth checking out this spring. This is Chopard's Cedar Malaki. Now, Mancera did a fantastic fragrance with this. Very citrus dominant, kind of a sweet citrus. Loads of pink pepper, earthy, smoky vetiver that's still on the fresh woody side, but it's got like this cleanliness to it, but still has the smoky tone. Super versatile for those that are looking for a great vetiver option. It's Mancera's Vetiver Sensuel. This is perfect for the springtime. This dresses up, this dresses down. This is casual with a tank top. This is Oxford button-up, full, long sleeve collared shirt like I'm wearing now, work attire, business professionals, evening wear. It doesn't matter. Going out to have drinks. This is going to work. Hyper versatile type of stuff. Great performance, decent quality. It's not super synthetic. It's a few clicks above mid-level designer is how I would, kind of classify these Mancera fragrances. They're not high-end luxury niche with the highest of quality oils, but They are better than most designers, in my opinion. And you get bang for your buck is a great way to look at it. When I got this 60 ml bottle, I paid 44 bucks. You don't need a lot of sprays. This is a 4 to 5 spray fragrance for me. Lasts all day. Has a nice sillage. Well, people, it has a lingering trail. People can smell you when you walk by. And again, its biggest selling point for me is versatility. This is a great all-arounder for the spring. It's Mancera's Vetiver Sensuel. Underappreciated, and I'm here to put some respect on its name because you can get it for a super affordable price right now, and it's a great everyday fresh green wear. It's Polo green, or original Polo, Ralph Lauren Polo as it's technically known, but it's been dubbed Polo green. But this is reimagined for the modern day. This is Polo Cologne Intense Eau de Parfum from Ralph Lauren. Now look, it's not all that intense, but it is all that fresh with some citruses, some greens, a little bit of spice, and some ambroxan to really help freshen it up and help it push. It's a solid performer, not a beast, average performance kind of stuff for being called Intense Eau de Parfum. I know that's interesting, but I get around 6 or 7 hours personally in longevity with kind of average hour, hour and a half projection, arm's reach kind of stuff. Nothing crazy loud, but highly versatile. Has all the likable freshness that you could want with the more green side of fresh. A lot of green elements here, basil, thyme, spearmint, things like that, to really give it the tone for the color. It just smells really good. It's a great mass-appealing fragrance. This one will get you a compliment or two from time to time. It's on the more casual side. It's not a serious professional's fragrance, but you can totally wear this one in an office setting. You're not going to offend anyone. You're going to smell really good. Just be mindful of the sprays. Depends on your setting, obviously. But yeah, versatility's on its side, though it's not as crazy versatile as the previous fragrance we spoke of. It's still a really good fragrance that I think deserves more of a spotlight, and that's one of the reasons I wanted to feature it here today, because in the $40 to $50 range, if you're looking for a great modern fresh green, this is that. It's Ralph Lauren's Polo Cologne Intense. If I was to tell you that this is about as close as it gets to being a perfect springtime daily wear fragrance, would you believe me? It's subjective. It's just my opinion. But that's how I feel about it anyways. It's Xerjoff Renaissance, watery citrus, mint, fresh green petitgrain. It's a little musky and woodsy. I really don't get much from the florals here. I get more of the lily of the valley, if anything, this fresh floral feel. Then I do the rose note in there. It's almost non-existent to me. It's all about the watery citrus and the mint. Oh, clean musk. Great performer for as mega refreshing of a fragrance as this is. Masterpiece for daytime wear in the spring. I mean, it works fine in the summer too, don't get me wrong. They translate well from spring to summer. If you live in a warmer climate, it is what it is. It's kind of just a flow of hot weather, basically, if you're in a warm, humid climate. But on those crisp, clean, cool, kind of mild days, in the springtime, this will still work. It doesn't have to be in the heat, but boy, if it's hot outside, it's hard to beat when it comes to being refreshing, invigorating, and very uplifting, because it'll kind of change your mood. Just like I said, it's almost perfect for the daytime in the spring. Highly encourage you to get a sample and check this one out. The quality here is really good as well. Xerjoff Renaissance. Next, we're going to step your game up with a grapefruit-heavy leather oud fragrance. Has some saffron spice, a little bit of rosy of a floral tone. It sounds like a heavier fragrance, right? It wears well. You can totally rock this one in the spring and the summer. This is from Sphinx Fragrances. This is called Black Anubis. Performance is phenomenal. This is stepping your game up for real. In many ways, I saved probably the most impressive for last because it's not your typical recommendation for the springtime, because when you see the note breakdown, leather, oud, saffron, other woods on top of that, you're not going, and rose, you're not going to think very fresh, but it's so much fresher than I ever anticipated the first time I smelled it. That grapefruit holds for a while too. It's juicy grapefruit. It's a beautiful opening, and you don't lose that freshness because the leathery animalic oudy tones that you have here is more of a dry, slight animalistic tone, softer pencil shaving kind of wood. It's not funky, it's not intrusive and overdone, it's not a challenging wear. It's actually quite easygoing for what it is. This is one of the more wearable, fresher leather ouds that I've ever come across that is very high quality and has great performance. And kudos to Mohamed Hefes and Sphinx Fragrances for coming up with something like this, because it is on the more unique side. It doesn't remind me of any other fragrance. And this is one of the ultimate ways to really elevate your wardrobe this spring, because I might be the only person that recommends it to you. I'm not saying I will be, but I might be, because it's not a typical recommendation for the spring. Because again, when you see that note pyramid online, you'd be like, warm weather? When you smell it, you go, oh, warm weather. See where I'm going with that? So definitely worth checking out. Get a sample and try it. Sphinx Fragrances, Black Anubis. Well, that's the 10 that I have for you today in this video. And until next time, do me a real quick favor. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, because I do appreciate all the feedback and I love hearing from you guys. Of these 10, what have you tried, or what kind of piqued your interest that makes you want to check them out? I'll try to have links to everything down in the video description box below if you want to look into them yourself. And until next time, I will say if you get your hands on any of these 10 that I featured in this video and you give them a spray now, you might end up thanking me later. You never know. Have a good one, guys.